constituents, the Labour Party celebratory rally last night at Scott said celebrating the victory of Dennis Charles at the by-elections. Let's listen.
I am telling them this party and this political leader is coming straight for the Rosa South. Sit back, ladies and gentlemen. I try not to get involved in this matter, ladies and gentlemen, but I am calling on Joshua Francis tonight to resign tomorrow morning and make way for by-election in the Rosa South constituency. Because Labour is on a mission to take 21 seats in the next general elections. And you the people of the Soufriere constituency, you have sent a clear message to the rest of Dominica. And this is a clear message to the Workers' Party that Labour Party is the best and only party for Dominica at this time.
Also spoke to the opposition leader about it. Stick around, let's take some phone calls. This is Talk on the Block.
Matt?
Yes.
I hear it by anyway. Easy, I believe was I waiting.
All right, wait still. Hello.
Hi, Matt. Good day.
How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Matt, I want to know who fools Skerrit. Why he feeling he's so big when you have to send to get people to come over and vote, when you have to be distributing things to people? What make him think he's so big that he can win all elections? Tell him what for him to do is get ready for the by-election, because we in Rosa South, we're waiting for them. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mr. Skerrit serious? Matt, Mr. Skerrit can't even trust himself to win, to go through the election without bringing people and bribing people. The way how Mr. Skerrit talk, you think Mr. Skerrit have confidence in himself. He haven't got no confidence in himself. He robbed the election. He pay people he buy people votes. Come on, Mr. Skerrit, behave yourself.
This party and this political leader is coming straight for the Rosa South. Sit back, ladies and gentlemen. I try not to get involved in this matter, ladies and gentlemen, but I am calling on Joshua Francis tonight to resign tomorrow morning and make way for by-election in the Rosa South constituency. Because Labour is on a mission to take 21 seats in the next general elections. And you the people of the Soufriere constituency, you have sent a clear message to the rest of Dominica. And this is a clear message to the Workers' Party that Labour Party is the best and only party for Dominica at this time.
Okay, more telephone calls. Hello. More telephones.
Matt, every time I listen to Skerrit, you know who I picture in, Matt? The Prime Minister of Syria. That is exactly who I see in, Matt. Baby Doc did more than that. Papa Doc did more than that. Chavez did more than that. What's his name? Idi Amin did more than that. Saddam Hussein did more than Skerrit. Let's tell Skerrit, hold on, time will tell. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, talk to me.
Hello, good afternoon. It looks like Dominica is Skerrit. Oh, Dominica is not Skerrit own. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, do we have any psychiatric doctors on island right now?
Why?
I'm asking a question.
You know that we have, so why ask me the question? We do have psychiatric doctors on the island. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, what is the Prime Minister shouting about? He had a seat. He let it go. You know, you have a yard, you fence your yard, and you have a pig inside there. And you let go the pig from the pen, and you run wrong in the yard, and you catch it back. What are you shouting about? Is the winning of the suffrage contest seat going to give the farmers of Calabishi and this country market for the bananas? Matt, 2 months ago, a young lady took her daughter to the Marigot Hospital. She had breathing problems, and they put a nebulizer machine on the child, like something to assist her in breathing. A few minutes later, a middle-aged man came there, and the nurse had to painfully remove the nebulizer machine from the child and put it on the man, because there is only one working nebulizer machine at the once Marigot Hospital. It is now housed in a little health center at Wesley. Is 21 seats going to give him 2 or 3 nebulizer machines? What garbage is this man talking about? How he get swallowed is so much, okay? A small banana colony like Dominica, you need 21 seats to do what? Shameful. But it's greed, Matt. Greed have Prime Minister Skerrit getting on like how he gets on. Thank you very much, Matt Belty.
Thank you very much. 1:15 is the afternoon time. Talk to me.
Since Mr. Skerrit was so great, why did he lost 3 seats in the last election? You thought he would gain 3 seats, but he lost 3 seats.
Well, with his victory in Sufria, you know, he only thinks that he's going to win. He's full of confidence at this time, and he says he's coming for the Roseau South seat. Somebody says here, you know, the Prime Minister disgusts me. Sounds like an angry winner. Roseau South is smarter than Sufria idiots. He'll be looking for a beating next by-election. I am disappointed in the people of Sufria constituency. The person continues to forget reasons why there was a by-election, yet they will accept handouts and vote Labour. You know, I was assessing the results last night and some this morning. The Labour Party did not increase too much on their base. They only won really from the last time by 16 votes. So these 300 plus votes came from somewhere. Where did it come from? Remember that Mr. Higgs Adams lost by 300 plus. So we have to decide, or we have to think in our mind, if you claim that these handouts were given out, who we're giving out to? Hello, talk to me.
Yeah. Tell him we can listen. Not Newtown, not Harlem. Try again and do not away.
Turn down the volume on your radio, my brother. Turn down the volume on your radio. Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Yes.
I just heard somebody said these people are very idiots.
It's just their opinion, yeah?
And that is not true. We are the most cleverest people when it comes to politics. We don't bite the hand that feeds us, you know?
Repeat what you said. You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
No, we don't bite it at all.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to hear that.
We don't bite
So this hand has been feeding you for how many years now?
What?
These hands that you claim you don't bite. How many years they have been feeding you for?
Well, it's a long time since they are in power.
Since they're in power, they're feeding you.
And Matt, I want to big up my Prime Minister Israel Scary. Today is his birthday. I want to wish him well, and it's coming from the Big A. Matt, your partner, we'll talk again.
All right, my brother, later. All right, Big A, hello.
Yes, Matt.
Yes.
He can win the 21 seats because Dominica have a lot of illiterates, especially in the south area.
All right, the people of Roseau South say they won't be fooled by handouts. Hello. I wish I could talk to Joshua Francis. Maybe, you'll put to rest a lot of the questions being asked at this time. Haven't heard or seen him in a while. Hello, talk to me.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
What's up?
Okay.
All right. I hear Spirit bragging, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to tell Spirit, as man as he feels himself, man, call one election and don't bring in no imported voters, and there you can test his strength.
All right. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, good afternoon, my brother. Good afternoon. How you doing, bro?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Yeah. I called today because I don't want us to get back in that rhetoric of reacting to Skerrit. I see the same thing happening again. People just, that reaction thing. We have to stop reacting to Roosevelt Skerrit. You see, Soufriere, Matt. Soufriere, and it's a perfect example of why people have to make rational decisions on these things. The United Workers' Party cannot win Soufriere. It has nothing to do with whether people bring people in there or whether how much bribe. The only reason why this guy went on and bribed Soufriere is because this guy wants to destroy all opposition. Same like the election. He didn't have a reason to spend all these millions of dollars. He had a 13-8 win. But this guy wants to destroy everything in front of him. You understand? He didn't have to spend a dime in Soufriere. He could have won. What the United Workers' Party should have done is start down with the Freedom Party, start down with some independent structures, send a different candidate, a Baron or somebody else. You cannot win in Soufriere. It don't make sense having some kind of abstract conversation. You have to deal with the numbers when you go to a constituency. You have to do math. You have to face the reality. And so right there was a perfect moment for us to build that kind of cohesive thing that's broader than. And it wasn't done. It wasn't done. You cannot win Soufriere. The whole history says that. You have to deal with the history. You see? And so moving forward, I want the people to get out of that reacting to scary thing. Harlem safe. We're not losing Harlem. Let him know that. We're not losing Harlem. Joshua, we ain't losing Harlem. He can take that to the bank.
Well, I can tell you, I have a different view to you on Soufriere because United Workers' Party got very, very, very close at some stage to winning Soufriere. So I think it's all about the candidate being presented. And I'll talk to Mr. Baron, and maybe we can have a tete-a-tete on that. I feel differently. Hello, talk to me.
Matt,
yes.
You know what Scott had said some nights ago that Skerrit is a god? And I feel sorry for the woman because she has a little problem. She's brainwashed.
Well, I mean, if she feels that Skerrit is a god for her, it's her. She feels that way. You can't change that. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, what's up, Matt?
How you doing?
Matt?
Yes.
The last general election, Matt, I was one of the first persons who went to the polling station in Roseau South because that is where I vote. This is the first place that I voted, and this is the last place that I voted also. And I went early enough to ensure that, or to make sure that there were no irregularities going on. Because the fact about it is that, Matt, something would have happened to me if I had seen any irregularities going on there. Believe you me. And fortunately enough, by the time I left, I didn't see any irregularities. Okay? So, Mr. Skerrit can do what he wants. And I want to send a clear warning to Mr. Skerrit and the Commissioner of Police that if they think
I don't know what's wrong with your telephone, but we can continue to talk. Call back. Hello.
Mr. Peltier, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? You're right, the man on the road.
Yeah, the man on the road, always tuned to the big station. I'm very disappointed in my constituency. Point Michel, Soufriere Scott said, Galion. Very disappointed. But if you think Roseau people are like those individuals up there, tell him will and come again. And I would like Joshua Francis to come on the station and resign today. Let him call the by-election, see how Roseau people going to embarrass him. Trust me, I would like Joshua Francis to resign. Trust me. And hopefully that will make a difference. So call Mr. Linton and ask Joshua Francis to resign.
Mr. Joshua Francis, I'm sure, may be listening. Hello.
Matt, tell Skerrit, if he is man, give us a clean voters list and voters ID card for the by-election, and he will see. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
I am standing at the gates as a warrior. I am not just an intercessor. I am a warrior and a gatekeeper for Dominica. My name is Ramina, and that means messenger of God. And now I am sending a message. I'm giving a message from the Lord to Dominica. I am divinely instructed to serve this nation with a warning. And it goes this way. What are the signs of a nation in danger of judgment, Dominica? One of the classic biblical signs of national judgment is years before its destruction or its fall, a warning is given. And Dominica has been warned again and again and again. The nation's hedge of protection is removed. Hello?
Go ahead.
Its borders and national security have been breached. An enemy is allowed to make a strike into the land. This strike is contained, but it's limited in time and scope. It is a shaking, a wake-up call, an alarm. It is the first massive warning of judgment. It's the nation is then given a grace period to either turn back to God or to continue on its course and head to destruction. Dominica, be advised. You are warned.
All right, thank you very much. Let's continue. You're a little off subject here on this one, but you have your prophecies, so we will allow. Coming back. Four 4493095 4493096.
Is coming straight for the Rosa South. Sit back, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's take that from the top.
I'm telling them, this party and this political leader is coming straight for the Rosa South. Sit back, ladies and gentlemen. I try not to get involved in this matter, ladies and gentlemen, but I am calling on Joshua Francis tonight to resign tomorrow morning and make way for by-election in the Rosa South constituency. Because Labour is on a mission to take 21 seats in the next general elections. And you the people of the Soufriere constituency, you have sent a clear message to the rest of Dominica. And this is a clear message to the Workers' Party that Labour Party is the best and only party for Dominica at this time.
Let's take more phone calls here. This is Q95.
Good man, what's up?
Good.
You know, Mr. Ostry told the world, told the people that tell the Workers' Party, take care of your own, take care of your children. But he don't worry about the Labour Party children. But the people of Soufriere, Gallia, Port Michel, just show the world that they're supporting a child pedophile.
You understand? Let me make that very clear to you. We are on one subject. Please stick on that subject here. All right? And nobody has been charged in the court. All right? Nobody has been found guilty in the court. So you have to be very careful how you put this one there. So we have no, those accused there has not been found guilty or not. So that you can't accuse anybody of being a pedophile. Hello, talk to me.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
How are you?
I don't know how to describe how I feel.
Well,
listen.
Try.
I'm just calling to talk about that call for Joshua.
To resign?
To resign.
Okay.
Tell Caro for me that Joshua will resign after he has been through the court system, which might well take him longer than Emmanuel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Interesting comment there, huh? Hello, talk to me. Hello. Yes.
Okay, get peace now. So you're glad. So you're going for more votes.
He's calling for Newtown constituency. Hello.
Including the Marigot people in the 21 seats. Give me a break. Everything don't want to in Marigot.
All right. The Marigot people say, no way you will get us in the 21. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mark.
Yes.
And how are you?
Good.
Well, Mr. Mark, I don't expect nothing better because if you look at 2014, what money do, and to look at that by-election again is more money. But I have a message I telling the Prime Minister, Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. Roosevelt Skerrit. You're rejoicing, but always remember what the captain did tell the mate did tell the captain. When he see the boat start to sink, he had no choice. So buy people, but remember, for all those people he have been buying, and those that thinking they so insure, it have a time it not so far. They will call on the Lord Jesus Christ, but he will say to them, I didn't know you because you didn't know me. You reject me, I didn't reject you. So go and walk where you make sure you make your wealth and continue on that path. And Dominica, especially my village again, I'm calling on Loda people. We are sitting on 9 volcanoes, and they know what is taking place in that village. I'm telling them, just below Trafalgar, remember Mr. Damsel, what that happened to them. So if they don't want to ask themselves a question, so many dreams have been coming for Loda people. They will be in it too. So let us try to make sure, do the right thing while it is early, because it have a time that coming. We will say, if we did know, but too late shall be the cry. Have a pleasant afternoon and bye-bye.
All right, listen to a conversation I had on the very subject with Lennox Linton, the opposition leader of the United Workers' Party. But let me just ask you quickly, because it seems that the opposition United Workers' Party has another challenge on its hands. We heard the Prime Minister saying last night, it doesn't mean that Mr. Joshua might take the bait, but he says he wants Joshua to resign. Are you ready for another by-election, Mr. Lennox Linton?
Matt, the Prime Minister is the Prime Minister. He can do what he wants. The Prime Minister has been engaged in discussions with Joshua Francis. So the Prime Minister is in a position to know or not know whether Joshua Francis is interested in resigning or not. And he must know whether, based on the similar arrangements under which he got Ian Pinard to resign, some similar thing can happen with Joshua Francis. That's not for me to decide or determine.
But do you know on what grounds they spoke, if and when they spoke?
I know they have been speaking. I know they in the period of time after these charges, the accusation and charges emerged, the Prime Minister and Joshua Francis were in conversation on a regular basis. I know that for a fact. So whatever plan is in place coming out of those conversations, I do not know. We, the United Workers' Party, will deal with the issues and the development of the country as they come along. And when the next opportunity is created, if there's a resignation and there is to be a by-election in Roseau South, in Colliho, in St. Joseph, wherever else, we will make a decision based on the circumstances confronting us, how we go forward with that.
But do you think it's in the party's best interest, Lennox Linton, that Joshua Francis resigns?
Resigns from the parliament?
Resigns from the parliament. Resigns as MP.
The Constitution allows Joshua Francis to remain as a member of the parliament, as it allowed Ian Pinard to remain as a member of the parliament. He could have taken a leave of absence if he so desired. But the Constitution recognized, as everybody does, that people who are charged, criminally or otherwise, are innocent until they're proven guilty. So the Constitution allows those who are in the parliament who have charges against them to go to before the court and declare their name before action is taken against them. But of course, Mr. Francis can decide, as Mr. Pinard decided, before it comes to that, before it comes to going through all the court procedure and having an announcement from the court and stuff, I will step aside. But there is nothing in our constitution that mandates Mr. Francis to resign at this point. There's nothing barring the Parliament from voting that he be suspended, as the Parliament, using the majority votes of the Labour Party, suspended Danny Lugay when the police trumped up these charges against him a couple of years ago. And so that can happen, but Mr. Francis will make the decision. I don't know what he will do or not do, and I don't know if the Prime Minister knows or not knows what he will do or not do, but it's entirely up to Mr. Francis if he chooses to resign. Of course, when you're criminally charged and you go before the court, if the court finds you guilty of the criminal offense, then you will have to withdraw from the Parliament. That's what the Constitution provides for. But the innocent until proven guilty logic and practice is at play here as well. And so it is up to him whether he wants voluntarily to resign. And I'm also saying to this, when I saw Ian Pinard in that resignation number 2, I saw a man who did not want to resign. I saw a man whose party was pushing him aside. So all this talk about real man and so on, there's a lot of deceptiveness going on there. Ian Pinard was moved aside as part of a political ploy, because eventually if that happens, it's the same thing, and here we have in the discussion whether Joshua should resign or not, because Mrs. Skerritt wants a by-election so he can win the seat in Roseau South. Mrs. Skerritt can spend the rest of the time he has in this term creating circumstances for by-election so that he can win more and more seats,
He says he wants 21 seats.
Yeah, well, exactly. So he wants 21 seats. And if the people are willing to give him the 21 seats, then he will get the 21 seats. All I'm saying is that we stand for what is good, just and honest for the people of Dominica, and we will continue to stand for that. And we will continue to do our best in that regard. When you reflect on engagements that you've been involved in, if you're professional, there are always things that you could do better. There are always things that you could improve on, because we as human beings come with our imperfections, and there are always things that we can improve on. But as it regards election campaigning in Dominica and so on, certainly there's constant review that has to be done. There's constant tweaking of what we are to do. But one thing I can promise people is that for as long as I will be leader of the United Workers' Party, and I don't know how long is that, because that's not my call. It could be until next week, it could be until next year. It's for the delegates of the party to decide. But for as long as I'm leader, I'm not going to be compromised into bribing anybody for their votes. I'm not going to be compromised into paying anybody against voting their conscience. I'm not going to do it. All right? So
I am telling them, this party and this political leader is coming straight for the Roseau South seat back, ladies and gentlemen. I try not to get involved in this matter, ladies and gentlemen, but I am calling on Joshua Francis tonight to resign tomorrow morning and make way for by-election in the Roseau South constituency. Because Labour is on a mission to take 21 seats in the next general elections. And you the people of the Soufriere constituency, you have sent a clear message to the rest of Dominica. And this is a clear message to the Workers' Party that Labour Party is the best and only party for Dominica at this time.
All right, let's take a phone call here. Hello.
Hi, Matt.
Uh-huh.
I voted for Joshua Francis because of UWP. I love my pal rep, but if he ever think he coming back and he going to take my vote to go over to Workers' Party, I telling him from now that he will never get. Workers is workers, and I supported my party 100,000 times, not scary. I'd rather be wrong with them than to be right is scary. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you there. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
But you know, this screaming in Austrian scary talk. Dominicans don't have no class. They don't have no class to be worshipping an evil man. But when the Creator is ready for them, because the Creator said, do not worship any man. When the Creator is worship for them, we are ready for them, they will find out. They see what happening to the Sufi down in King Saran down there. The next one is yet to come. Give them a break.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, Roseau South is a lot different than Soufriere Scott said, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I follow the elections in Soufriere Scott said with my party, the United Workers' Party.
Okay.
I spend the entire day on voting day. I don't know if you noticed, but potholes were patched up on the 6th.
Very quickly, yes.
Thank you very much. I can tell you, and I want to go on record with the political leader of the Workers' Party, that we had an excellent candidate. Especially, he worked hard during the general election, and he stayed with the people during the time before the by-election. But we faced a monster. Matt, I see, and I suspect, a lot of money was spent. There was a lot of poverty, and people were simply asking, what's in it for them? What you have? And we have to be telling them sadly no. But with a heart that we do not believe in that type of politics. We do have nothing what he offering is job and a future. Roseau South is different, Matt Peltier, and there are one or two individuals that are suggesting that the Workers' Party should not run the elections in Scotland because there's a safe seat. Are we sending a message to Dominicans that places that are strong with the Labour Party that we should not run there? Are we cowards? No, Matt Peltier. We are prepared to go in the nook and cranny of this country with the message of hope for the Dominican people. The Soufriere Scott said people were placed in a corner. Poverty is the order of the day. They supported a political party, the Labour Party, for the past 10 years, and we will come in and tell them, notwithstanding the fact that the Labour Party is in government, vote for us. They couldn't accept that. They couldn't understand it. They couldn't swallow the pills. But we're going to continue to educate them and the rest of Dominica that the United Workers' Party is prepared to provide the necessary jobs to get them out of poverty. So in the future, when a government or a political organization offer them a toilet, they will take it as an insult, Matt Peltier. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's take a call from the overseas line. Hello.
Hey, Matt, good afternoon to your listeners. How are you?
Good.
Good. Matt, I heard the Prime Minister say he wants 21 seats next election. And I'm not saying he cannot get that, but I can tell him he can do 21 at least -2, which is maybe Salisbury and Marigot. And, Matt, I want to tell him that when he come in for the 21, especially the Marigot seat, when he come in, make sure he has the airport, the hospital, the Vauxhall Road, the Tantan Road, the Overgutter Road, unemployment for all the youth in Marigot. I don't know how we're going to do that within the short period of time. But I can tell him, if he can guarantee, and Marigot, people not going to sit down there and say, well, hey, we will get that, we want to see it on ground, right? And then we will guarantee he doesn't receive that seat, okay? But that's what he got to do.
Caller, thank you very much. At least you put your agenda on the table there. Hello.
Hey, my boy, what's up, man?
All right, man.
Okay, man, I understand that the Prime Minister is coming for Roseau seat. But let me tell you.
Roseau South.
My boy, my intelligence tell me that he's coming for Roseau too. Can't you see the bridges building? Can't you see? Where is our playground? I am asking. We are now politicking all kind of things. Money going to Scott said everything is going on. We did not have a facility map. And now the facility is there. Dominicans tell me what is the income that sports stadium has brought to Dominicans. And before everybody face to face, go in your own space like a crab. Take us out from the park where there was love And now destruction with money. Come on, man. Wake up. Smell the coffee model.
Show 2015.
Somebody says, Matt, we need to hear this one.
Minister Taylor.
Some of us don't realize that the only place we own a piece of land is 6 pieds, 6 feet deep. That's the only thing we own on this earth. Let's take it from the top, Brother Bernard Junati. Let's do this one.
NCCU Cadence Ipso Show 2015.
Minister Taylor.
It's 147 Talk on the Block. Always remember, we have a date with death, huh? You can't escape. Whether you're black or white, whether you're rich or poor.
Diabla
That's a big, big song.
CCU, Cadence Lipso Show, 2015.
Some of us sometimes forget, you know. Let's take a phone call. Hello, talk to me.
Matt.
Yes, quickly, sir.
Matt, you back more there.
C'est vrai.
Oui, garçon, moi tout dit ça, là mon gars dormi, c'est un dreamer. Because on passe cette élément ça dit.
C'est vrai. All right. Hello, it's 149.
Hello, Mark.
Yes.
I did not get a chance to campaign in the Sufre by-election. But let Joshua Francis resign. And let Terry come to Harlem with nonsense. And he will know the true meaning of fire and brimstone. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Hello.
Mr. Belty, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to, sound a little note there, Matt. All of us who have created the monster, whether directly or indirectly, covert or overt, Matt, the monster has picked up momentum. It is fully grown. Where we are going to run. Even the innocent will be devoured, Matt. But I just want to say quickly, Matt, one of the obvious characteristics of seeds, Matt, they are very small. But when come to harvest, you need a trailer, you need a tractor, you need a truck, or you need a dumper or van. So when we think, well, we get rid of morality, Matt, we haven't gotten rid of karma. What goes around comes around, the sowing and the reaping of things, Matt. When your harvest come, when your harvest come, you will not be able to identify your crops, Matt. So let a lot of us just go sowing seeds and think we will not reap it, Matt. Remember that when the harvest comes, you will not be able to identify your crops. The small seeds you sow, when you watch into the tree, they have grown, Matt. You're saying it's not me who sowed that seed. It's Maldi to me, somebody else that put that tree in my backyard. It's just a matter of time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What a way to put it. Blessings. 4493095. Hello.
Matt, let me say something there, Matt. Bear with me a while. Matt, the man says 6 All of us know we have to die. But we doesn't stay down there all the time. Because when after 4.5 years, 4.5 to 5 years.
So sometimes 6.
Sometimes that. But if we want to keep it, somebody have to buy that plot of land for us and the remaining family. Have a blessed day. So it's not our own forever. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt. How are you doing?
Good. Hey, Higgs Adams. Good to hear your voice.
What's up, Matt?
Good, man.
Okay, let me say good afternoon to everybody, all listeners of Q95 here and abroad. And Matt, as you know, I want to take the opportunity on your medium this afternoon. I tried calling you this morning to thank everybody in this Soufriere constituency, Point Michel, Soufriere, Sport, Set Garden, Bagatelle, and thank them for their support they have given me in this by-election. At the end of the day, Matt, one has to win, one has to lose. And as I said, I took my message to the people in the Soufriere constituency. My message was very hearted to me. I bring out all what I had to my constituency. They have known me before. I did contest the 2014 general election. They did give me the support. But however, I have never turned my back on them. But as you know, at the end of the day, you have to move on. And I also want to take the opportunity to congratulate Denise Charles, who is now my new PAL rep. And let me just let her know that I did not know her. I get to know her during the by-election. But at the same time, I'm very close to her mom. I'm also her mom's friend and also her sister, which I know very well, but I get to know her during the election. And Matt, let me just take the opportunity once again to thank all my UWP team, Dominica, who really came out, especially Lennox Linton, who came out in forceful to support me all through this by-election. Matt, I was satisfied with my team. They really came out and support me. But at the end of the day, someone has to be victorious. So I'm just calling for everybody in the constituency to be calm, to be relaxed, and get the work done in the constituency.
Are you giving up on politics, Higgs, after two tries?
as I've always said, when I contested the general election and I was defeated, that very same question was imposed on me, and I said to myself, I am not the one who deciding that. It's Jesus Christ Almighty who decides those things. You cannot come today and because you get defeated to decide if you're going in or not. I mean, there is lots more time remaining. You have to settle yourself and you have to decide what you have to do. I'm not the creator. But as I said, that had always been my theme. I always love politics. I always love working in my community. And whatever has to happen will happen. But I cannot decide the future right now. But anything is possible in this world of today.
But you know, a lot of people are saying that there was a lot of vote buying in this by-election. Are you one who believes that, Mr. Higgs?
Matt, as I said, I saw a lot of things which surprised me in this by-election. And I've said to myself, recently when we had the general election, Matt, there was nothing done in the constituency, and all of us knows that. And for some reason, some people claim me to be a champion in different areas because the constituency has been totally neglected. And because of me, in terms of this by-election, it's like a lot of things happen. Even right now, a lot of projects was even rushed in Point Michel. And right now, the community in Point Michel is in a mess as we speak of the way they were rushed to handle those projects. And Matt, as I see, I saw a lot of things which was not right. And it was very sad when I saw what was happening because even while on my grand campaign, Matt, I could not believe what I had the grand campaign doing house to see the amount of materials and things received in this. Imagine some of the people even said to me, "Power we have a south, I mean, more south to say south, to punka fight to show me." You know, a lot of them really speak to me nicely, and I can understand them. But I'm making them understand. If it's so, you can get the reward from the government. You have to take it, but at the end of the day, you have to use the discretion because at the end of the day, the government is not interested in developing the people. You know, it's more or less. Whenever an opportunity comes, they try to take it. But you have to have love for people, Matt. And if you don't have love for people, you know, you will not get it. But I can tell you, it was very astonishing, Matt. I can tell you, people have materials left, right, and center, and checks and money. And a lot of them confess to me. You know. But as I say, this is a race we are in, and then I give it my best shot. I try my best. I really reach out. I really bring the message out to my constituents. They were very impressed with my message and the way I conduct myself. But at the end of the day, as I said, if we're going to run a race, let us run the race genuine, you know. But however, it has come and gone, and you know you have to move on. So I just wish everybody
stay strong, Higgs Adams. You fought a good fight. Thank you. Yeah, Thank you. Thank you. $157.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
The election in Sofia yesterday was another crucifixion. It remains the pagan style of crucifixion. Thank you, sir.
We have a few more minutes and we'll take a few more phone calls. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Matt.
Yes.
I understand that a man disappeared in Sofia.
Yes, we heard that news.
So they found that, do you know if they get that man?
No, from what I gather, they were still searching.
One thing I want to really put on the record is that I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised. That's all you'll say. Relating to the man who disappeared. Hello, talk to me.
Mr. Higgs, I would like you to hold on, Mr. Higgs, and don't give up. Weep in the endure in the night, and joy comes in the morning. Just hold on.
Thank you. Hello.
Bless and peace will afternoon to you and the listening public.
Mm-hmm.
Dominicans, let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, not in man. Put out your faith. Stand up. Pray more loudly, ceaselessly. And the people from the Soufriere, the Point Michel constituency, look yourselves in the mirror and ask yourselves a positive and constructive questions. Have you all given all your souls to the devil, or have you all exposed all your children to more sexual abuse? And ask God What is the answer to it? Thank you very much.
We'll continue with another issue tomorrow. I'm going to revisit the issue of the Margaret Hospital in the morning. This is a big concern. Thank you so much. The Digicel Hour is next, right on cue.